Today I want to show some of the extra features I didn't show in the other video. Small things, but can be important to some. First start, the size when it's stored, and it's 16 inches by 4 inches. That's basically the size of 2 Nalgene bottles, and I will demonstrate that because I have in fact 2 Nalgene bottles inside there. The bottles are actually a little bit longer, but not quite as wide, so it's a little, but that much wider. That's it. It will compress down to that. Well, it's a 2-person tent, but as you can see, I have 3 mats inside there. So there is a Neo Air and an X-Bed and a Pacific outdoor mat over there. Once you lie on the other mat, it will also go down flat. Now, the way you get 3 mats in there is to drop the canopy a little bit, not much, and then to drop the inner as well, and I'll show you how it's done. Normally this hook will be over there. Now attaching it to the elastic band, it will drop the inner a bit. That lets the size down here, so you lose most of your bathtub floor, but you gain the extra width. Now the point with that is that if you're using the 25-inch wide mats, as you can see, you can fit them easily. You wouldn't need to drop the tent in this case. Now we're going back to the 2-mat mode, just to show you the actual length of the floor for 2 people, because it works with a 3rd person too. But anyway, that Monbel pillow and the X-Bed mat give a total length of 80 inches. So even if you are over 2 meters, that's about 2 meters and 3 centimeters, you will fit there. There's still a couple of inches, about 5 inches altogether at the end. If I'm on the pillow, I've got plenty of room above me, and I have down there well over a foot of usable space. Again, here I'm touching the mesh, but not the wall. But even there, okay, so that's the sleeping bag there, and I've got all this room extra. Now I want to show you the room in between the mesh and the fly. So as you can see, there is pretty good airflow there. It's anywhere between around 5 inches, so about 12 centimeters to about 6-7 inches, so about 15 centimeters or so. See the corner as well. So the inner is really well protected against rain and against possible sagging of the fly. Now we do the opening of the mesh door bit. First out, note that I have some zip pulls. I use that because it's a lot easier. So slide it this way. Okay, then you always grab the corner and you do the corner up towards the point where you tie it in. Now, note that it's elastic. The temptation is to do a knot and pull it really tight. Well, don't do that because then it's hard to undo. What you do, you put it through once, put it through twice, you tighten it a little bit, but not much, so that when you go to undo it, you just do that and it comes undone. You can note that the corners, the 2 non-pitch lock corners, the non-supported corners, have shock cords, and so have the doors, so that helps in keeping the tension for the fly too. I usually prefer to use the handle at the top, however it is more secure if you put the carbide tip inside the grommet, just under there. But of course, to have a better setup, make sure that the pole is in fact straight down. That will give much more strength to the shelter. The vestibule is very large. As I have in the other video, I can actually sit in there and sit under there if I move this to the correct position, which is like that, or thereabout. It's still not straight, like that. Okay, so make sure it's straight once again. Now that is a largish vestibule. However, you can give your dog a bit more room if you want to take him with you. And what you do is, I just move this out, you just move the floor back. A pretty large dog will fit in there quite easily. And then also move this slightly further away, put a mat down, and he will happily lie down there. And I'll show you that you still have some room, enough room inside for your mats. Just pull them. In fact, you still have some room in between you two. Push it out as well a bit, and lots of room for your dog over there. Maybe this will give you a better idea. So that again is the Pacific outdoor mat, is about 19 inches, 18, well as it is now, is about 19 inches wide, and it will actually fit, it's 6 foot long, it will fit end to end in the vestibule in that mode. So there you are, that's so you can put your third person as well if you particularly want to. Back in the vestibule, just to show the rain protected entry. I've dropped this a bit, but even from there, see that there is quite a bit of space there in between the inner and the fly, the protected area. Now if I just tip it down a bit, in a lot of rains, if the rain is not coming this side, it's just coming down straight, I could leave it open like this and be inside nice and dry. Of course, if there is side rains, then you just use the other side. One last tip, always set up the shelter fully closed. So make sure the doors are zipped up, otherwise you cannot really get easily the correct shape.